This is an Alienware AW620M. This mouse was released quite a long time ago, specifically 3 years ago. But is it still worth it in 2025? Let's find out. So let's look at the specifications. It has 26,000 dpi optical sensor, which is more than anyone would use, especially pro gamers. It has 1000 Hz polling rate, wired and with 2.4 GHz adapter, which is great. Time to see what's in the box. Of course, we have our mouse itself, an adapter, some paperwork, and sticker, which is great. You also get an USB-C to USB-C extender. You can use it as an extender. Or if you do not have an USB-C input in your PC or laptop, you can hook up an adapter to it and then attach USB-C to a USB-A cable, which also comes in a box. After plugging to your computer, you can use it wirelessly. The mouse costs around 70-80 euros. So, first impressions of the design. Honestly, it still looks futuristic and pretty cool. The shape is comfortable even for longer gaming sessions, and their overall build quality feels solid. No creaks, no cheap plastic noises, just feels premium. The buttons have a nice crisp click, the scroll wheel feels smooth, and there's a little bit of RGB lighting, which you can control in the Alienware software. It's not flashy, more like a small accent that you would turn on when some guests are in your room and you want to show off. Now moving on to the features. You can switch DPI levels quickly, which is great if you play different types of games. The wireless connection is also very solid. No lag, no stuttering. It feels just like wired. The side buttons can be customized. Battery life is also one of the strengths, about 140 hours without RGB, which is still really good in 2025. And fast charging is must-have if you're in the rush. Alienware says that 5 minutes of charging gets you 10 hours of use without an RGB. I already tested and 5 minutes gave me around 10%. Which is about 14 hours on paper. It has 7 fully programmable buttons, which is average. You can set buttons in an app. It weighs 100 grams. If you used to ultralight mouse, it might feel a little heavier at first, but I think most people will adjust quickly. Before performance, let's hear click sounds. So, how does it actually perform in games? I tested it in a few different types of games, fast-paced shooters and also slower, more casual games. In shooters, the tracking feels smooth and consistent, and the clicks are super responsive. I didn't notice any real difference compared to a wired mouse, which is impressive. You can flick it around fast enough, but it's still stable and precise when you need it to be. For chill games or video editing, mouse is great. Performance well, without any stutter. course, it's not perfect. The main downside for me is the price. Since it's Alienware, you usually pay a little extra compared to similar mice from brands like Logitech or Razer. By 2025, the competition is strong. You can find really good options that are cheaper or lighter, or even have more features for the same price. So if budget is not a big deal, this mouse might not be the best pick. Is the Alienware AW620M worth it in 2025? I'd say yes, but it depends on what you're looking for. If you want a reliable wireless mouse with good build-in quality, solid performance, and a design that still looks cool today, then yes, it's worth it. But if you want the absolute lightest or the cheapest mouse out there, then you might want to check out for other brands, like Logitech G Pro Super Light, especially if you already like Alienware style or have other Alienware gear. Alright, that's everything I wanted to share about this mouse. Thanks a lot for watching my first video, I really appreciate it. If you found this helpful, consider leaving a like, maybe subscribing, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.